What's going on, guys? TK back with another video. So today I'm gonna go over all the new battle items that came out in Scarlet and Violet. A lot of these are pretty crazy. Two of them in particular are like I'm eyeing for the VGC season. These are like automatic top tier items. Like this changes the game in a sense. But let's just get into it. So the first one I want to talk about is Clear Amulet. I think this one, like when it comes to like VGC, it's gonna be like a clear winner on a lot of Pokemon. Basically, Clear Amulet is an item that protects the holder from having its stats lowered by any move directed at it, as well as the effects of other Pokemon's abilities. Yes, Intimidate. So you could put this item on things like Scizor, Garchomp, like any kind of physical attacker that wants to Tyrestalize. It's literally gonna block out Intimidate. So it like Arcanine, Gyarados, Salamence, all them Intimidators. Now the physical attackers don't have to worry about it. I'll even step it up a notch. This will even be good on a Pokemon that wants to run like Swords Dance or Dragon Dance or anything like that, right? You can run Scizor. I think Scizor is going to be a top tier pick in the early VGC season, especially with Terrestrialization. And then you could just run Clear Amulet on it instead of like, you know, Life Orb or something, and then you can run Swords Dance on the Scizor, right? Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, you don't have to worry about Intimidate, like things like that. You still got to worry about, like, you know, if Arcanine comes out and he Flare Blitz you, because Scizor is still 4 times weak to fire or whatever. But remember, Terrestrialization, you could plan for that, or you can have a partner that deals with Arcanine, you know, things like that. You can run Scizor on a rain team. I'm just throwing out ideas or whatever. But you could put this item on him, and you don't even have to worry about Intimidate anymore, which is crazy. This item is automatically top tier for VGC. It's so good. It's like when Heavy Duty Boots came out in for singles or whatever, like for Stealth Rocks and stuff like that. It's like on that level, like for VGC. It's crazy. But Clear Amulet will still drop your stats if it's self-inflicted. Like let's say you use Leaf Storm or something. It's still going to lower your special attack. It's only from if your opponent can't lower the stats, but you can still lower your own stats basically. So Clear Amulet is crazy. Mirror Herb is basically, it allows the holder to copy an opponent's stat increase to boost its own stats. So if your opponent uses like Belly Drum, Swords Dance, anything like that, Mirror Herb will activate and your Pokemon gets it too. I don't know how strong this is going to be in VGC. You know, I'm thinking like if you fight like an Azumarill or something, they Belly Drum when you get the stats or whatever. But I don't know, it seems kind of niche, I want to say. We'll see when the meta develops, because we gotta see how what Pokemon are going to be like the best and things like that when VGC season starts. So I don't know if Mirror Herb is going to be that crazy. It's cool when it does work depending on the situation, but I think it's not. I think it's going to be a pretty niche item in VGC. Next is Punching Glove. Punching Glove is actually pretty cool, man. It's basically an item that boosts the holder's punching moves by 50%, while preventing direct contact with the target. So let's say you use like you use a Pokemon that has like Iron Fist or something, and then you use mostly punching moves. If you put Punching Glove on it, those punching moves get a boost by 50%, and you could bypass things like Rough Skin, Iron Barbs. If the opponent has like Static or something, you could just like Flame Body. You could just bypass that. So your punching moves get a 50% boost. Plus, you're not actually making direct contact with the moves. So that's actually pretty crazy. Depending on the Pokemon, even if it's a Pokemon that only has like 1 punching move or 2 punching moves, like it could be pretty cool. I believe. I think this item's cool, man. Like you basically get to use punching moves without making direct contact. That's crazy. Covert Cloak. Covert Cloak is mad good. This one is top tier along with Clear Amulet in VGC, because basically Covert Cloak is an item that protects the holder from the additional effects of moves such as confusion, flinching, or trapping you in the field. So basically this bypasses Fake Out, which is huge in VGC. So Fake Out, Intimidate, those are strong options and doubles, right? Covert Cloak adds another layer. So now the Fake Out user has to like, oh, wait a minute, does this guy have Covert Cloak or whatever? You gonna put this on like Trick Rumors or something? I don't know what the strategy is gonna be, but basically if it's something that you're scared of getting flinched on that needs to make a move, right? Covert Cloak just blocks it out. It just stops it, right? So that's incredibly powerful. This is gonna create mind games, because it's like, man, who has the Covert Cloak, right? And remember, Dynamax isn't in the game anymore, so Fake Out is actually buffed in a sense, but this kind of nerfs it again. That's crazy. This item is great for VGC. It's crazy. Even rock slide, things like rock slide, you can't flinch from rock slide. That's so crazy. Anything that bypasses like RNG and stuff like that, and it's crazy. I think Covert Cloak and Clear Amulet are top tier items, guaranteed to see throughout the VGC season, even at the start. It's just too good. Next item is Ability Shield. This is an item that protects the holder from having his ability changed by others, whether due to a move like Worry Sea or an ability like Mummy. Again, I think this is one of them niche items like Mirror Herb. I think it's even more niche than Mirror Herb. It could have its uses, I suppose. We'll see how the meta develops, but I don't think this is an item I think this is it's more situational. Could be cool, but I don't see it as crazy as the other two I mentioned. Loaded dice, another one. Loaded dice is basically it's still RNG. With the loaded dice, you always roll a good number. If the holder uses a multi-strike moves they hit multiple times, the move is more likely to hit more than usual. So yeah, like moves like Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, that new move, Population Bomb from those mice. Basically, loaded dice just increases the chance of hitting more times. I don't know if you want to utilize an item slot for just better RNG odds on multi-hit moves. We'll see how the meta develops. I don't think it's gonna be a crazy item, but it's cool. It's cool. And then the last one is Booster Energy. This is for the Paradox Pokemon. So for the ancient forms to use their abilities, they need to be in sunlight, and for the future forms, they need to be in electric terrain. I think you use this if you're not building a team around those elements. Unfortunately, Booster Energy is a consumable item. So once you use it, like it consumes itself, and I think once you switch out, like the ability is gone. This is good if you're team building with Paradox Pokemon and you're not using like Sun or Electric Terrain, right? And you still want to use the ability, right? But in my opinion, if you're gonna build around Paradox Pokemon, you're gonna use like, you know, the weather effect or whatever. I think it's better just to have another item in the slot, because this does use up your item slot, unfortunately. But it's a very powerful item if you team building without those conditions, right? So it boosts the most proficient stat by 1.5 times, which is crazy. Like Salamence or Roaring Moon, you know what I'm saying? 139 attack, and then he gets a 1.5 times boost to that attack stat. That's ridiculous. But yeah, this is an incredible item. If you don't have those conditions to activate the ability, it's pretty good. But yeah, that's all the new battle items. I really like Clear Amulet and Covert Cloak the most. Those are my favorite. Those items are incredibly powerful for VGC, so I expect to see a bunch of that throughout the game's life cycle. But we'll see how the other items shape up. But yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Peace!